Hello, this is the NUMT Introduction to Technology video series. In this video, we're going to be talking about our wearable music sensors. What is a wearable music sensor? Well, it's a device that transfers movement data to our instruments using Bluetooth, specifically Bluetooth MIDI. The current device we use mainly is the M5 Stick C+, but other devices could be used to interact with our instruments if configured correctly. The sensor has two different modes and three different axes of movement that can be accessed. The two modes are accelerometer mode and gyroscope mode. Accelerometer mode is best for gradual movement and gyroscope mode is best for flicking or energetic movement. The axes available are the X, Y, and Z axes of the device. Here are all the buttons and what they do. The light at the top shows that your sensor is turned on. If this light is on, that means your sensor is ready to broadcast. The screen shows you information about which sensor it is and what mode it's in. The power button on the bottom side turns the sensor on and off. Hold it for a few seconds to turn it on, hold it for a few seconds to turn it off. The screen on button on the top side turns the screen on. You can hold the button to activate the screen and see what sensor it is, what mode it's in, and the battery percentage. Let go of the button to turn the screen off. The mode button, which is the big one on the bottom front, changes the mode of the sensor. Click and hold the button to change the mode. Holding keeps the screen on. If you let go, the screen turns off. You can also just click it quickly to change the mode. Here are the different axes of motion on the device, the X, Y, and Z, and how they function in the different modes. The X and Y axes are the same across both modes, as you can see in the diagram above. Accelerometer mode is on the left, gyroscope mode is on the right. However, the Z-axis functions differently depending on which mode you're in. In accelerometer mode, the Z-axis refers to if the device is right side up or upside down. One extreme is facing up and the other is facing down, as you can see here on the left. In gyroscope mode, the Z-axis is different. Imagine putting this device on a tabletop and then spinning it. That is the Z-axis in gyroscope mode. It's very useful for things like emulating golf clubs or baseball bats. You can see the Z-axis in gyroscope mode on the right. Here's how you connect a sensor. Click the connect button on whichever instrument you want. This will open Chrome's Bluetooth pairing screen. Click on your sensor, then click pair. The sensor sidebar will open, allowing you to access the sensor you connected, change the axis, and view a small informational diagram on what your sensor is outputting. You can also connect another sensor by clicking the connect button in the sensor sidebar. You can change the axis of that sensor too. You can open and close the sensor sidebar. If you need to disconnect your sensor, just refresh your page. The sensor sidebar can be accessed on the different instrument pages by clicking the sensor icon on the left-hand side. It'll also open automatically when you connect a sensor, so you can view the information of that sensor. You can disconnect your sensors by refreshing the page, like I said. You can also change the axis of rotation. There's also an informational log to show recent actions. If you need to know how to set up your own sensor, like if you bought a sensor on your own and you want to set it up to work with our instruments, please watch our additional video on how to set up that sensor.